in studio, but
Big day tomorrow.
now is a big day for you because you claim that this is the world's best vegetarian chili.
Well, first of all, I do a lot of meatless dishes because my wife can't eat meat. She can eat seafood, but not meat. And who doesn't like to make a nice hearty bowl of chili on a weekend, on a Sunday, for football game that you're looking forward to? And so I've gotten over the years good at trying to make some of these meatless dishes taste as good as meat. And so I'm really proud of my vegetarian chili, and I believe that if I invited people over to my house and said, "Hey, we're having chili, come on over," and then I gave them the chili, that they would just eat it, and they might, maybe after a while, they might say, is there any meat in here? And I'd say, no.
That's the catch.
So here we go.
Look at that intro. That was great. Here we go.
So this is going to start out very similar to some other recent recipes I've done where I roast a lot of vegetables. But you can see I go with the actual dried beans and we soak them overnight. I made maybe a mistake here soaking the black beans with the white beans because they actually all turn kind of purple. but after you cook them, it didn't really matter. But got some cheese, of course, some cilantro, those little red lentils, and then
I see a little purple.
Those navy beans.
They're
and black beans. Portobello mushrooms, very important piece to get some nice big portobellos. Butter, San Marzano, whole tomatoes, garlic, onion, vegetable broth. You got jalapenos, red Fresno, bell peppers, carrots, chili powder, very important. I like the Penzeys brand. You got brown sugar, crushed red pepper, cinnamon, Worcestershire sauce, Tabasco sauce, tiger sauce, chronic cellars, Cabernet Sauvignon, some olive oil. So there's a lot that goes into this. So buckle up, Sydney. Here we go.
No secret nutmeg, I see.
I think there might be.
Oh.
Somewhere in there. But anyways, we prepare the vegetables for roasting, including the garlic.
Love roasting garlic.
Yeah, I used to put the garlic in and saute it rather than roast it, but I like how when you roast it, it kind of gets just kind of melted into the whole broth and you can taste it but not really have bites of it. These are the jalapenos, and I do use quite a bit. They don't really spice it up all that much because I take out the seeds in the middle and I cook them down pretty good. But watch this trick, a little ice cream scoop, and we just tear that stuff right out of the middle. Like
Who needs fancy cooking tools?
And I also probably should be wearing some gloves at this point, but I just try to be careful not to pick my nose or put my fingers in my eyes. And then we prepare these carrots for roasting as well. And then the bell peppers, I imagine, would be also next. Watch this. This is the bowl I cook the chili in, but I want to coat these before I roast them with oil and chili powder. So I just put them in the bowl that I'm going to cook it in. One less bowl to clean.
Yeah.
Right? So we put them in there and toss them around a little bit.
But then you take them out?
I take them out and I roast them in the oven. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Roast them in the oven. Same thing with these portobellos. I just put them in that.
That's smart.
Oh, yes.
You already know that. World's best chili. Vegetarian chili.
It's a lot of work, though, for chili,
which
is normally a pretty simple thing to make. But so then we really hit those heads of garlic with a lot of oil before they go in, and then I think I'm going to just dump these into the old oven.
Beautiful. Let me guess. Did you forget to bring any today for us to try?
I made this a few weeks ago, so I don't think you'd want any. I think I actually, I do a couple rounds of roasting because the oven's just not that big, and I made a lot of chili. So we prepare the peppers, the bell peppers, red and green bell peppers, as well for roasting.
Beautiful. I could eat those like apples. I love red and green peppers.
I do too. And these are red Fresno peppers, just a little bit of spice and a little bit of sweetness.
A little dice in action.
Yeah, we cut these up. Actually, I don't roast these. Now that you mention it, I'm actually dicing them all, so I don't roast these peppers.
Surprise. You surprised yourself. It's been so long, I guess.
So dice them up. There they are. And
Look like a pretty Christmas colors.
those are Christmas peppers. And then we got this onions we're going to dice up as well. And you've seen this method before, Sid.
Yeah, I
Just
have.
kinda slice
I'm
'em
learning.
through. And then they come out super already cut into small pieces when you do it like this. And then, shoot, see that?
I learned that I need to get a sharper knife, like a nice, good quality knife.
Sharp knife is important. So now we start with butter, and there's some oil in the pan as well left over from when I mixed up those vegetables roasting, and into there goes the onions. And we cook those down a little bit, and then after that, a little Tabasco sauce is to form the base.
Okay.
It looks like a lot, but you don't really taste it in the end. It just kind of wakes up the onions a little bit.
Good morning.
And then after these get translucent, we'll throw in the peppers as well. There's the roasted veggies and mushrooms. And again, I mix them around a little bit, throw them back in the oven, get them a really good roast. This is the key to most vegetarian dishes that you want to be hearty and meat-like, is to roast these things so they char and create that.
Okay.
So especially these mushrooms, and then a little Worcestershire sauce always goes well with any mushrooms. But in this particular case, I want these portobellos to kind of mimic meat.
Okay.
And then guess what? Back in they go for a little longer.
Oh, man. The amount of food today we've talked about. I'm so hungry.
Lots of chili powder, loaded in pretty heavy, as you can see there, into those onions and butter. And then I think very soon I'm going to put those peppers that I chopped up in there too.
Looks like it. They're ready.
Things are heating up. Look at a lot of peppers too. A lot of peppers.
You know, you do well with doing everything like with your hands without gloves. And I have some weird sensory issues where I feel like I need to wear gloves.
I like your hands are the best tools in the kitchen. I end up washing my hands like
A million
15
times.
times during the process.
Yeah, that's
So
a pain.
These are coming out, and we're gonna probably take out the jalapenos and carrots and garlic, and we're gonna put the jalapenos back in. And now you've seen this before too, where we just squeeze them
yeah.
out when you roast them. It's so nice. You gotta let them cool a little bit, or you'll burn your fingers. But I also take a paper towel and just squeeze them out.
That's a fancy method right there.
And I love garlic. I mean, in almost anything I cook, you can't use too much garlic.
I agree.
So we just kind of smash these down and coarsely chop them and smash them. See that? They just kind of, it's more of a paste that I'm going to put
Yeah.
in by the time I'm done.
That's the smell right there.
Yeah. Oh, man. I can smell it just watching it.
I can't because you keep not bringing me in any food.
Well, we'll start changing that for future segments.
Good. Good for me. Beautiful. So in those go, I'm guessing. I should start guessing what you're going to do next. That's how I'm going to learn this.
Okay, what's going to happen after this? I put the garlic in.
Well, I don't know. Now you're going to put in the carrots and the...
I think you're right. Again, I did this
And
a
the
few weeks ago, so I
jalapeno.
can't particularly remember. There you go.
Woo!
So same thing with these. We're going to chop them down nice and kind of... I'm pretty sure I'm going to blend everything together at some point too. So I don't really have to be too concerned about getting this dice down perfect. So just
You're
kinda
right.
break 'em
Right
up.
now, it does remind me of the bolognese.
Yeah, very similar techniques. The difference is the beans
Mm-hmm.
and the chili powder.
A big difference, but the way you're preparing it in the beginning,
Right.
you could fool someone and be like,
I get like this too. Again, I'm a home cook. I'm not a professional cook. So there's some things I just start to like to do when I'm on this roasting kick
Yeah.
lately. I like to roast vegetables. So you can see how that is really cooking down good. And again, to make it hearty, stuff's got to start sticking to the pan. It's got to start burning a little bit, charring a little bit. And there goes that Cabernet Sauvignon red wine. Which really is going to give the base of this chili a nice full body, especially mixed in there. I mean, that right there, that's good stuff that's in that bowl right there.
yeah, I
And
can
it
see
deglazes a little bit too. So now we'll add the tomatoes, and I always like to go with the whole San Marzanos, canned tomatoes. They're the best.
They look like the best. They also look like I would eat them right out of the can.
Yeah, when you buy tomatoes out of a can, the more they get broken down, you lose just a little bit each step of the way. So from diced to crushed to actual puree. If you can start with the whole tomatoes.
Do your own crushing up in the pan.
Yep. So now it's starting to, I guess, look a little like chili, right?
Yeah, kind of.
We still got a long way to go, though. This is not an easy process or a short process. I shouldn't say it's difficult. Cinnamon and sugar. Always.
Key in Jim's kitchen. Cinnamon. Got it.
And sugar.
Yeah.
And then in with the broth, the veggie broth.
Oh, nice. You just use vegetable broth probably all the time, correct? Instead of like a chicken or
Yeah, I like to make my own vegetable broth, too. Maybe that'll be another video, but that's a process unto itself, too. So we're just kind of building it up now from that base of peppers and onions and garlic and chili powder and into actual soup chili, which I had a big argument with some friends over dinner last Saturday. Is chili a soup?
I guess it depends on the person and how they make it. You got to think. I would categorize it in the soup category.
I would too.
But like some people, it might be way more hearty.
So you notice those red lentils I didn't soak. They don't need to be soaked. They can go in. They're small enough. They're going to cook. But the rest of the beans that I soaked I just go in and continue now to cook. They're raw. They're so much better than canned beans, in my opinion, for something like this because they have a little more structure and integrity. They're not like just soft. They have not a crunch, but just a little bit of firmness.
Yeah.
That you don't find in the canned beans. And those lentils that I put in, you won't even notice them by the time we're done. They kind of just melt into the chili. So out come the portobellos, and I really, really, really cook these down. And I don't even think I'm going to be done with them yet at this point. I think they're going to go back in the oven after I chop them because I really want to make these things have that meaty quality to them.
Yeah, I wouldn't know enough to think that they would have that quality. So I'm learning. They look like so burnt to me that I get that taste where it's too burnt. But
and they're actually not burnt. They're just kind of they're soft. They're not crunchy.
Right.
Burnt. So more of that Worcestershire sauce and back into the oven under the broiler this time.
Oh.
Because we do want to get them a little bit of crunch to them if we can. So and then some black pepper too. Again, I'm trying to make these portobellos be the replacement of the meat.
Right.
And there's a lot of black pepper.
All right.
So I made this so long ago, I don't remember exactly what's coming next. But
if you had to guess,
if I had to guess, I'm going to put this back in the oven.
Yeah, but then what else? Then what are you going to do?
We got to be getting close to the end. And I actually was wrong. I didn't blend up this chili like I thought I was. I think I might do it at the very end because you can break up those beans a little bit as well to just make it a little thicker. So out they come, and what am I putting? Some salt on there now. And you can tell it was in the broiler. That parchment paper has got a little burnt. And brown sugar, baby.
Oh, duh. How could we forget?
You can see it's boiling now, too. Those beans still have to continue to cook in the chili.
Definitely looks like chili now.
Yep. And with anything spicy, you counter it with some sweetness. That's what I like to do. And now here comes the
meatless,
gorgeous portobellos. No, it's fine. They're in the pot. Don't worry. It did look like I spilled them.
That would have been tragic. George would have been so happy.
Oh, no, I do.
There it
Now
is.
I'm not pureeing the whole thing. I'm just breaking it up a little bit. You want to actually break up some of those beans, like I said, to thicken it. Mm-hmm. The starch gets released, so not a lot. And there now we're definitely looking at chili, right?
Yeah.
If you came over to my house and saw that on the stove, you'd be like, "Oh, we're having chili."
Yeah, you're right.
You wouldn't say, "Where's the meat?" Right?
No, no, I
You
wouldn't.
wouldn't notice it at first.
No, I definitely wouldn't.
And all in all, this is a pretty healthy bowl. I mean, what do we use? A little butter, a little
A lot of
olive oil.
olive oil, yeah. But other than that, yeah, you're right.
So now we're chopping up some cilantro, and this is not to go in the bowl. This is to go on top when we're
Garnish.
done. Yeah, so we're really getting towards the end here. And with anything like this, I want that chili to sit for at least an hour, hour and a half to let the flavors really bake in. And now we're ready to serve
Plate it. Ooh.
Look at how good that is. Man, it was good. And I ate it like 5 days in a row, you know.
That's the good thing about chili.
yeah.
I feel like you make enough and you don't get too tired of it,
Oh, man.
especially in this time.
World's best.
World's
vegetarian
best.
chili.
Nobody here can vouch for you because, you know, you didn't bring it in for us. So I guess we'll have to wait again.
A little Monterey Jack cheese, a little dollop of daisy, sour
Yeah,
cream.
I love sour cream with my chili.
On top, a little cilantro, right?
Right. That does look like a beautiful, beautiful bowl of chili. What's that secret thing that you're putting in there? Some more
Chili,
hot sauce?
tiger sauce. It's my favorite. I love tiger sauce.
Tiger sauce. I've never tried
It
it.
is the best. It's at Wegmans. You can find it. You can find it at most grocery stores. But tiger sauce, look for it by name.
That is beautiful looking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just had a little cilantro on the side.
Can't
So there
have
it
that.
is. I mean, and I gotta tell you that I was very pleased with how this came out. It was unbelievable. It was great. It was the world's best
Man.
vegetarian chili.
That's like, again, I'm going a reference to the Elf movie when they say world's best cup of coffee. You know, it's probably not the world's best, but in your eyes, it could be.
No, I'm telling you that that's the world's best. Nobody's ever made it better.
All